Hello there. Welcome everybody to this new moon co-creation meditation in Cancer. And we are focusing on abandonment. So don't worry about when you actually get here. It doesn't matter if you come later, you are in the right place if you know that you have issues around abandonment and they are actually preventing you from being able to have the things in your life that you really want. So welcome. If you don't know me, I'm Rosanna. I'm a multidimensional success coach and I support those who want to live as their higher selves in their highest truth, to live on this earth as divine humans and to navigate being in this physical reality and an old paradigm whilst creating a new one. So if you like the sound of that, please hit the subscribe and notification button and you will know every time I'm creating a video. Welcome those of you who are joining. So I've got Jid and I've got Danny here. Lovely to see you. The unicorns wanted to come in. Okay, so we've got a little unicorn there that's wanting to say hello. And I've been thinking a lot about this meditation. So we're going to start with a little cacao cleanse in a second. So we're going to be bringing in the Cacao Diva and I'm going to be aiming for about 10 minutes and I'm going to take us into this co-creation because it feels like something really beautiful is shifting. And you will notice that there are elements of confinement around at the moment because of Saturn. Saturn is playing an influence. Last time we had a new moon in Cancer was a month ago. So this is our second one. And we've had lots of planets going retrograde. But with this new moon, we've got Saturn playing an influence, Mars playing an influence, and also Chiron, which is the wounded healer, has gone retrograde. So we're getting an opportunity to review how our wounds are actually supporting us to show up and to be to live the soul purpose that we're here to live. Because as we address our wounds, we're then able to support others with the very same issues that we've had ourselves. So this is our path of enlightenment, is we go through the process and then we share with others. So welcome those who have come. Let's actually get on with a little cacao toast and then we can drink as we chat. So excited to actually be drinking cacao again after a week on a juice cleanse, which was amazing. Brought me tremendous clarity. Highly recommend it. That was Jason's juice cleanse. I'm not quite sure what it's called. I have got myrrh, frankincense, and also geranium figuring in the cacao today. So if you don't yet know about doTERRA oils, they're absolutely amazing. I'll put a link below if you want to purchase the odd oil. But if you want to get in touch and you want to get a wholesale account, let me know because I can set you up with one of those. These oils are amazing for helping you to process emotions and they work really well with the cacao as well. So let's just take a moment to create the space for some really nice reconnecting and moving out of the abandonment wound by loving it up. So just take a moment to close your eyes. Feel the heat. There's a lot of energy going on at the moment with Mars. There's a lot of energy. So just feel the heat, feel the warmth. And allow yourself to come down from your head into your heart. So just allow the mind to become the witness of all that we're experiencing together. Welcoming the revelations necessary for us to break through the walls that we have created around us. Taking a moment to feel our feet on the ground and to welcome the loving presence of the Divine Mother as the Cacao Diva into our hearts. So just let the smile in your heart find you. Let it beam across your chest and start to shine out a beautiful glow. That as you connect to it and recognize your own inner divinity, there's a beautiful pouring down of love and light from above, from our star family, our teachers, and also from the earth, from Mother Earth, the ascending earth paradigm, the core of this earth, full of the light of source. So as we connect within, and this is so important for this journey of moving beyond the fear of abandonment, we recognize that when we find it within, we receive it in all directions. So Mama Cacao, lead us where we most need to go. Bless us with the divine insight that allows us to step out of the struggle, to step out of the confinement, to step beyond the illusion of separation and abandonment, into a space where we can reclaim and we can own all aspects of our being, hold them to us, and as a result, see that in our wholeness, the world around us is reflecting the love that we have for ourselves. The arms are open everywhere. Come, belong, be a part of. Just with your nose, draw a circle in the air in front of you, creating a sphere shape. Go the other way as well. So you're reinforcing a boundary that is your safe space. This boundary is your energy field. So we'll expand this sphere in a minute. Just draw the nose up and down to signify your connection to Source and to the ascending earth paradigm we know as Gaia. And then bring your chin parallel to the ground. Lift your heart. And take a moment to expand that sphere around you. So you've got a huge sphere of love, a sphere of compassion around you. Step into it and make it as big as you want it to be. It can be as big as the room that you're in, the garden, your whole house, the whole park, wherever you are. What makes you feel safe? What size do you need to feel safe? And call your guides and your teachers of the purest vibrations of love and light into your sphere. Call your star family and ancestors. We call you all in. Come be with us. Help us to see the value of our wounds, the value of the abandonment that we've experienced in our lives, how we can turn it around, how we can heal it from the deepest root, and how we can therefore support us by showing the way, by being the vibration of liberation. And so in order to activate this intention with the Cacao Diva and all of our non-physical friends, we send the sound Ma into the earth, Om into the universe, and Un from our hearts to each other. Un is the sound of the universal heart. Deep breath in. And just before you come back, recognize how many others are also joining you at this moment with this intention. Everyone that's here live and everyone who watches the replay, we're all in our spheres of compassion. Each and every one of us is part of this soul group that is ascending together. We are soul family, starseed tribe. So just for a moment, know that you belong. Whatever the wounds of abandonment are, know that you belong. Know that you have a right to be here and you have a right to thrive. We all do. Just reach out to all these beings that are part of your collective. Know that they're reaching back to you. It feels really beautiful. So now you can soften the soles of your feet. You can allow yourself to make a really nice, strong connection with your earth chakra. And all the way down. Well, spread your light around the planet first. Just send your love light, the golden love light of the Cacao Diva, around the planet. And then feel it feeding into her heart, her center, her core. We're connecting to the crystalline grid, which is the energy of the new earth paradigm. And then bring that energy back up through your feet, through your earth chakra, through your feet, all the way up your body and out through the crown of your head. Now let yourself beam out from your heart. And very slowly bow to the chest, to the wonderful heart that you are. Open your eyes and come back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. Okay, so we've got, you know what? I confess that my hair is a little pink and it's bringing pink all around my body. So with this wound of abandonment, we did a whole thing last week about heartbreak. So if you haven't actually seen it yet, I will put the link to last week's video. There was a really, really powerful co-creation around heartbreak and all the forms of heartbreak. Abandonment is an issue of feeling isolated. Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit in relation to COVID, because obviously at the moment, everybody is being given the message that we are a threat to others and others are a threat to us. And so instead of us being sovereign and being responsible for our own energy, we're now responsible for other people and their well-being and their lives, and they are responsible for us. This is the energy that's being put across. And this is the old earth paradigm. This is us plugging into each other and having codependent relationships. Now, there is a really big difference between being isolated and being sovereign. And this is very important because we want to claim our sovereign energy. We want to be whole in our own energy field. We're in a sphere, not in a prison, okay? Not in a self-contained prison. This is a sphere of love. So the idea is it brings in what is aligned with love and it releases what isn't, okay? So last new moon in Cancer, we were seeding the new earth paradigm. We had the intention, I am a divine human enjoying paradise on earth. But now we're in the process of building that paradise. And in order to do that, it's like literally you have to throw each old brick out that is broken, that doesn't work, that isn't going to build something solid, and bring in something that does. So when we come to abandonment, what I would love to know for those who are here is, what issues do you have around abandonment? How does abandonment actually affect you from stepping forward in your life? Because what I'm planning to do today is really to support you to feel what it's like to just truly reclaim, okay, to reclaim all aspects of your being. So whatever other people have done, that's the trigger. But if we reclaim for ourselves all aspects of our being, the parts of us that we reject, we abandon, and we betray, then we're in a place where we're not doing the very thing that has been done to us. And we stop looking outside of us for someone to actually fix us, okay? We stop looking for someone outside of us to make us feel whole. It's an inside job. And the biggest thing about this new moon is, the planning, the doing all the details is not what it's about. It's about really getting into an alignment of what we want, how we want to feel. So I feel like I want to kind of take you into that sooner rather than later. Hey, Hadia, welcome, welcome. But I'm just going to share a little bit about this, because abandonment is also about reversing struggle, okay? We're in a place where we are reversing struggle. When we are abandoned, we are in a state where we're tightly bound, okay? We're trying to protect ourselves. Everyone is a threat. Everyone is an enemy. There is a struggle to survive. And when we do meet someone or we connect with something that we really, really want, we're scared of it actually not wanting us back. So what is the feeling like of having the desire for something and it desires you as well, and fully aligning with it? This is our work over the next couple of weeks as we prepare for the next full moon. And this work is going to be, okay, am I aligned with not being abandoned? Am I aligned with reclaiming, with fullness, with wholeness? Or am I actually seeking in some way, shape or form to reopen that wound, to state some way, shape or form that actually that's true. I'm not worthy of anything. See, people keep doing this to me, because the patterns of the old are going to keep coming up. How we address them is really important. And the way I teach you in these meditations to use a sphere of compassion is something you can actually practice at home. The depth of the relief that you're going to have is going to be dependent on how much inner work you've done. So I just want to remind you that if you haven't yet looked at my group and one-to-one coaching work, this is where I really take you into the deep place where you can have effective healing that is long-standing. And for those of you who've already done that work and you're fine-tuning at the moment, you will find that there'll be places where you just feel like you're banging your head against a brick wall. You're not going to get that wall down by keep pushing your head against it. You've got to take a step back and a step back up, as we say, and to look at it and say, okay, what is this teaching me? And what is this preventing me from being able to say about myself? Like, what is this teaching me at the moment about my state of consciousness? What is it not allowing me to do? And what can I do to change it? Because we've got to make a change. We can't expect it to come to our door. We do the prep work, We align ourselves with the vibration that we want, and then we see what shows up, but we have to take a step out. And if we're scared of taking that step out, it's because we are scared of the judgment, the abandonment, the betrayal. And therefore we need to develop a slightly different relationship with our inner self. And that is to observe rather than to judge what is occurring. Okay. Otherwise the negative narratives keep coming up. So if you want to write anything down, please do. I'm going to pick some cards and just see what is actually coming up for us as a collective. So these are the beautiful Oracle Healing cards that are Leslie's Oracle Healing cards. Now, Leslie Sloan is a phenomenal multidimensional being. These are brand new ones. So I'm just going to see how they actually want to show themselves, because they're really, I know Jid's had a new pair as well. There we go. So just seeing for ourselves on a multidimensional perspective, what is actually going on with this abandonment wound, both for the individual and the collective, because we are abandoning ourselves in looking after each other at the moment. And we want to really step into being there for ourselves first and then reaching out to others. So for everybody that's here, drinking their cacao or making notes, remembering again, how is this abandonment mood serving me right now? What is it allowing me to do, to say about myself? And what is it preventing me from doing? And how can I get past it? So, the heart of the matter, despair. Okay, and this despair is really about us staying in this place of how long is it going to go on like this for? I'm so fed up of this. I don't know what to do. I can't get any help. And yet the angel's there right above you going, just look up. Look up from where you're used to being. Look at what is being created rather than what you have created in the past. What do you want? And what are you going to do to step forward to actually have it? Because you can't sit there in despair and expect things to change. You've got to step up and take a step forward in the direction you want to go. You will encounter resistance. You will encounter challenges. But the point is you keep going. Yeah, it's showing up a lot, Augustine. So then we move into, what is the block? Okay. So the block, wow. This is the Divine Mother. Okay, so the Divine Mother, the Divine Feminine, it is the disconnect from the mother. If we feel wounded by our mothers, if we did not get the love that we wanted from our mothers, we don't trust life. So the way around that is to connect with the Universal Mother. Some see that as Isis. We can call it the Divine Mother. Okay, when we talk about Chiron, Chiron's also Anubis. Anubis is he's the god of the underworld. He was supporting people to transition into the afterlife. And he was abandoned by his mum. But in the end, it was Isis that basically took him under his wing. And all of us have wounds. What we do with those wounds is up to us. Do we keep nursing them and telling everybody that we just can't show up in the world because of these wounds? Or do we seek to heal them? And in seeking to heal them and being that divine feminine energy ourselves, nurturing instead of expecting someone else to do it for us, then we start to see that others will show up and do the very same thing for us. And the thing is, you're then coming from a place that isn't needy, okay? Because part of the abandonment mood is the neediness. It's the expectation. When someone's got big abandonment wounds, what they put on someone is really hard work. So we need to clear this up for ourselves, okay? It's not something you can expect someone else to do. It's no one else's job. Even though mum left you or abandoned you or didn't give you the love that you want, it's not someone else's job to give it to you. It's up to you to learn to give it to yourself. Here and now, the mother wound healing. It's so interesting how this keeps coming up, okay? This is the mother wound healing. So this one here is about recognizing that there's the child clinging to mum. Mum is absent, she's not present. But then there is also that aspect of the child that is the divine child held in this sphere of compassion, able to connect with the guides and the teachers that can give the connection to source, which is what we all want. We all want that connection. Okay. And as a result of wanting it, we try and get it from humans. But until we tap into it ourselves, we can't actually get it from humans because we think they have it and therefore it's outside of us. But it's not. It's inside of us. So I hope that makes clarity to you. And then the resolve and infinite possibilities, when we do connect to the divine and we do that deep inner work that allows us to stop projecting our crap on others, quite frankly, is We get to surf the cosmic waves. We get to basically exist as multidimensional beings of love and light. We learn how to co-create in this physical reality and to take the rough with the smooth, to recognize that struggle is just a part of a process. Actually, another way of reframing struggle is when we struggle, we realize we're encountering resistance. We're not taking a step back and looking at what that resistance is. You will encounter struggle. When you do find yourself struggling, that is a sign that there is resistance at play, and therefore to take that step back and look at that resistance. When you do, you course correct. This is the alignment again. So how do I want things to be? How have I expected things are till now? How do I think things have to be? And how do I want them to be? You know, I hope you're writing notes because I won't remember what I just said. But this cosmic surfer is basically about you being autonomous, authentic, being able to be compassionate to those who are suffering, but not to get involved in trying to save everyone from their suffering, because you save yourself from your suffering. You learn how to surf. Others want to know what you're doing. And there we have the big cosmic sun there as well, basically guiding your light, shining you forward. You're going with the energies that are being guiding you. And these are the energies of the divine source rather than the wounded self. Okay, so very important one there. So it looks like there's quite a lot there in terms of us understanding that this mother wound is well deep, Guy. What have we got? Cherie's here. Yeah. Okay, so as no one's going to tell me their secrets, I shall tell you no lies, and I will get on with the co-creation. Just to say, Labradorite and Ruby at the moment. I'm just loving these. I'm really loving the capacity to engage with the elemental kingdom, the fairies through the Labradorite, and the Ruby just feels like it's really nurturing to the heart, also to the connection of the Earth Mother. So if we want to feel like we're thriving and we want to feel like we're belonging and we're reclaiming all parts of ourselves, we have to reclaim our connection to this earth, okay? Because what you do is you pull your roots up. You say, I'm not safe here, so therefore I'm not going to try and connect because it's dangerous for me to connect. Well, once we connect inwards, up and down, then we are being guided in such a way that we can connect with others and choose when to withdraw from others if the connection isn't serving us, okay? So in order for you to move into loving and healthy relationships, you're going to need to expect that you can't have those with everyone, all right? So some people can meet you where you want to be met and others can't. Trying to force someone to meet you where you want to be met isn't going to happen. So anyone that you feel you've got big abandonment stuff with, what did they teach you about yourself? Yeah. And how much of the story was one where you were really, really pushing for something and they were resisting? The mother-father stuff, that's something that we come into to evolve our soul. But the stuff that then we experience in our lives is basically whether we confirm the ego story or we seek the healing that will move us into our divine truth. Okay. And this is why we're here. So let's get on with it. Good. Okay. Good morning, Dawn. Welcome to have you here. So I'm going to just get on with this co-creation now and see what's coming through for us. So when you're ready, we're going to basically do a little cleanse for our tools, our magical tools. So any crystals you've got around, any cards that you want to cleanse, just rubbing your hands together, having a loose little shake. And then bringing your hands to your heart. So we'll call in our I am presence. This is how you make that connection to your divine self. So just take a moment to close your eyes. Allow yourself to connect to this beautiful space of knowing that is within you. Feel your heart, and just for a moment, allow yourself the compassion that you desire for your own suffering, your own pain. Just for a moment, recognize that as souls we grow through pain. We just need to not get stuck in it. And there are other ways to grow as well. Pain is one teacher, but there are many others. We seek to connect to aligning with the divine and learning how to co-create. We accept that we're going to have to fine-tune our experience along the way. So please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am Mahatma. I am Mahatma. I am Mahatma. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am that I am. And just take a moment to hover your hands over your crystals or anything else that you want to cleanse. And please repeat after me. I cleanse these crystals and magical tools to renew their power so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all lower frequency energy be taken to where it can be transmuted into the purest vibrations of love and light, so that only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within these crystals and magical tools. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amazing. Now bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your solar plexus. So your solar plexus is just below your heart. If you're not sure what all this Mahatma business is, then Mahatma is basically all aspects of your consciousness in one column. All of the aspects of your consciousness that connect you all the way from source down to the human being that you are today. So when we call in Mahatma, we're calling in all aspects of our being to take note of these commands. So again, just settle into your breath. Remember you're surrounded by this beautiful holographic sphere. Allow yourself to surrender the mind, whatever's troubling you. And let's just remind ourselves of what we want to co-create. So, repeat after me. I am co-creating my personal paradise with grace and with ease, in alignment with the win-win-win in everything and the highest good of all. I am aligning with Earth's ascension paradise timing. I am surrendering my programming and my ego will to my divine will, to my higher consciousness. I am commanded an all-layer or axitonial alignment with my divine design timeline. And I am reclaiming all aspects of my being. I am calling them home. I am calling back all parts of me that I have abandoned, that I have pushed to the side because others didn't love them. I am choosing to love myself wholly and completely. unconditionally and consistently through all dimensions and all space and all time. And so it is, and so it shall be. Okay, so just taking a moment now, you can relax your hands, telling yourself you're safe to be here. And I want you just to imagine, you can see this in front of you if you like, but you can also just imagine that you're right in it. That there is this huge pillar of love light connecting you down to the center of the earth, all the way up through our sun, through our galactic sun, through our universal sun, all the way up through to the multiverse, the source of all. This is our Mahatma. And we have this huge sphere around us that is made of trillions of little spheres, all spinning on their own axis to the frequency of compassion. There are spheres within spheres, and they're now acting like a magnet to call back to you, into your sphere, every part of you, in every universe, every galaxy, every solar system that has been flung out, has either been abandoned by you or by someone that loved you or loves you. Just have a sense now of calling home every aspect of your being, like you're sending out a frequency, like a magnet is drawing all the parts of you that are in pain into this sphere of compassion with you. And just allow yourself to unplug as well from everyone that you feel has wounded you, abandoned you. Just for a moment, let them go, but come into you. Bring it home to you. Reclaim every aspect of your being. See colors coming back to you. And feel your sphere getting bigger. I just want you to have a sense of what it feels like to recoup any losses. So anything that feels like it hasn't worked out, what does it feel like? To come into that place where everything that you put out has come back. And all the love that you've put out is right inside of you. Give it back to you. That's it. It's feeling really good. Well done. What does it feel like to be sovereign in your own energy, totally able to connect with others, trusting that every connection is sacred, however it works out? Allowing yourself to know your truth. And perhaps remembering times where you really felt that sense of being alone. Perhaps it's now. And just allowing you to come and scoop yourself up and bring yourself into this space of love. So allowing yourself to have this feeling of trusting in love. Trusting in your ability to love and be loved. In the world seeing your light and accepting your pain. How does it feel to accept yourself in your entirety? The bits that are really well polished and the bits that are really raw. Just keep bringing in every part of you. Doesn't matter whether you think they should exist or not. They're a part of you, so bring them into your sphere. Every broken-hearted moment, bring yourself in that moment as you remember you into the sphere you're in now. Keep rooting through your earth chakra. And now create for yourself a replica sphere of compassion. So you've got the big one around you, but you've got a small one in front of your face. And just allow that to start to spin. And as it spins, we're now commanding. On your behalf and on behalf of the collective, I am commanding that any and all remnants of memories and wounds around abandonment, anything that makes us feel unsafe about stepping beyond the walls that we have created around ourselves, is gently and gracefully released from our cellular, molecular, atomic, and subatomic memory, from the waves and particles of our quantum field and photon stream, from our physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and astral bodies, in all dimensions and all space and time. So just as we've reclaimed every part of us, we're now putting all the wounded parts of us into that sphere in front of us. Whatever you feel is wrong about you, whatever others have said is wrong about you, I'd like you just to put hard work and effort into the sphere. The struggle to break through a challenge. And put those who you've felt hurt by, or perhaps you've abandoned, and you carry the pain of abandoning someone else because you weren't there for yourself, put them in the sphere. And remember that when people die, we do take that as an abandonment. So put anyone that you've lost that you love into the sphere. Put any part of you that you've had to walk away from into the sphere. And put those you've walked away from because you feel you couldn't help them in whatever way, shape, or form into the sphere. Let that sphere spin super fast. So it's just taking from you the heat. It's taking from you the pain. It's taking from you the sense of loss. And it's taking from you any assumptions that you have made about yourself because you have been abandoned. So taking feelings of worthlessness. Taking any sense of being a victim, being helpless. And then releasing the patterns of control that we all create in order to try and prevent abandonment happening again. So release the control mechanisms you have. Well done, everybody. See that sphere in front of you getting super big. And just allow that release to continue. Release the desire to abandon projects because you feel like you're not good at them. Release the memory of abandoning yourself because others did. Just let it go. Release the scolding that occurs in your head, either of yourself or others. Just let it go. And we welcome the energy of surrender through the infinite love flame. And this is a pure, clear, bright light that we're going to anchor into the crystalline grid, and we're going to clear the crystalline grid before we do anything else. So if you're new to these terms, just imagine that there's a flower of life formation around the planet, a grid around the planet, just under the surface of the earth. There is a light grid, a crystal grid. And it connects all of us who are awakening to each other and to the new earth we are building. So we're just going to cleanse our connection to this. So please repeat after me. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. I am divine infinite love. And let this pure, clear love light travel down from source, through our sun, through the crown of your head, all the way down through the body, bathing the body in bright light, clear, bright light, down through our feet, through our earth chakras. And just repeat after me. Activate, activate, activate my earth chakra. Purify, purify, purify my earth chakra. Activate, activate, activate my connection to the crystalline grid. Purify, purify, purify my connection to the crystalline grid. And continue until completion. So as we bring this pure, clear, bright light coming through all the way around the planet, see that all of us are releasing these wounds of abandonment. We're doing it for ourselves and for the collective. We're doing this in such a way that we can open up to having plenty. So there's no fear of not having enough of anything. What if we all had so much? There was plenty to give. And we wouldn't fear doing without. And abandonment is an energy that cuts us off. So re-establishing this connection of source flow. Feel it go around the globe. The planet's now lit up and it's moving into her heart. So sending now all of those abandonment wounds into the center of Mother Earth, along with the bright white light. Oh, the pink's coming through as well. Divine grace is coming through as well. And the peridot flame is coming through. So the peridot is all about belonging. And grace, the soft pink flame, is all about letting go of what's holding us back from belonging. So they're coming into the center of the earth along with the bright white light. We're loving up all of this abandonment energy, abandoning each other, abandoning ourselves. It's creating an energy that feels super nurturing, super loving, right in the center of the earth. You're cooking it up right now. So just stay with the energy flowing through your body to help it grow and glow the center of the earth. And seeing that peridot and the bright white light and the soft pink just merging together, creating this beautiful synergy of recouping, remembering, reclaiming all of our bounty, all that we are deserving of, to thrive, to love and be loved, to have plenty of resources and plenty of rest. And as you bring these energies into this creation, they'll start to spread back out again into the crystalline grid. So they're going to everyone. This is a world service. And they're coming back through your earth chakra and up through your body. So as you take these frequencies through your heart into the sphere in front of you, it's releasing the patterns that lead to abandonment. Releasing the need for things to be difficult. Releasing the need to control. and to understand. And see those colors going in. And because they're a much higher frequency than the density you've released into that sphere, because it looks pretty damn dark to me, these high frequency energies are going in and they are bombarding that density with high frequency energy. So it starts to dissolve like a laser beam. It's going through and it's loving up that density. It's bringing it to a higher vibration. It's dismantling all of those dense particles that are stuck together, that are the wall. And as we're sending those colors in, we're seeing everything start to separate to create this space of unity. So recognize the paradox of needing to be sovereign to be able to truly connect with others. Recognize the need to be able to separate from this density in order to be able to bring love and light to it. And aim this beam right into the heart of that density. Allow it from the center out and from the outside in to start to break down. That's it. It's really looking good. So there's more and more and more of the peridot, more and more and more of the soft pink love light. More and more and more of this clear, bright light just coming in, restoring that density to pure source energy consciousness. And then bringing in the love of divine grace, the capacity to let go of the old ways, and to integrate every part of our being so that we are unified in ourselves. So allow your inner masculine, your inner feminine, your inner child just to become one energy here. And you can say to yourself, I am divine grace. I am divine grace. I am divine grace. Feel it. Keep allowing more of what's ready to be released to go. Surrender it. It's okay. I don't need to hold this on anymore. And then connecting to the frequency of peridot, of belonging, of the beloved. And say, I am the beloved unified. I am the beloved unified. I am the beloved unified. Let these energies flow down through you into that sphere. So now when you look at the sphere, the peridot and the pink are dancing together, and we're going to bring down one more flame. We're going to bring down the diamond flame. And the diamond flame allows us to access our starseed consciousness, to awaken the 12 strands of our DNA, to allow us to live as our divine human selves, rather than from our ego programming. So take it in. I am the diamond flame. I am the diamond flame. I am the diamond flame. Feel that move right down into the center of the earth straight away. And it's like love bombs and explodes around the planet, sending these diamonds all the way around the crystalline grid. The diamond flame is bright, white, shimmering diamond light all the way around the planet, back up through you, from your heart into the sphere. So I want you to be wanting to dive into that sphere, to dive into the belonging, into the unified field. Oh, Archangel Michael's coming through. So there's an indigo type flame coming through. Just bring that down through your body with the diamond flame. This is connecting us to bliss, to feeling safe to let go of the fear so we can experience bliss. Take that into the sphere too. So it's kind of like a purpley blue. You've got the pink. You've got the peridot. You've got the shimmering diamonds. And of course, divine delight wants to come through. The fuchsia flame of divine delight. I am divine delight. I am divine delight. I am divine delight. Let that come through. Take it into the earth, around the planet. It happens very quickly. Back up through you and into the sphere. Just see the scene there. Like this is you integrated, whole, inviting you in to that integration and wholeness. This is you so full in yourself, you don't need anyone or anything. But you choose to have connections with others because it's joyful. It's fun. When you're ready, you're going to create a rainbow bridge from your heart into the sphere. And this bridge is what takes you from what you know to what you don't know. It takes you into the space where all things are possible and we can have what we want. So in that sphere in front of you is what you want. It's the feeling of belonging and the ability to have meaningful relationships with others, not fearing that they will abandon us. Being able to be in our truth, not fearing the abandonment that may come or has come in the past from our honesty. So step onto that bridge and notice the sphere in front of you expands, just becomes massive. It fills your whole sphere around you, fills your reality bubble. And now start to breathe this into all of the spaces that you've released from. Breathe Archangel Michael's frequencies in so that you feel fearless, you feel able to embrace the journey of love, to be vulnerable, to ask for what you want. And then bring in that lovely soft pink that allows you to let go of the old ways of showing up. Feel the peridot moving through you, uniting all bits of you that seem to be at odds with each other. And feel the magenta running through your veins. Divine delight. I am divine delight. I am divine delight. I am divine delight. Just sit in this feeling of receiving. Receiving the love. Receiving the recognition. Receiving the commitment. Receiving the fulfillment. Now particularly pay attention to the space between your feet, the earth or the ground that you are pressed down on, and your earth chakra. You want to send these energies into your earth chakra, expand your earth chakra. It's a sphere, a spinning sphere of energy like all your other chakras. It's just bigger. So you want these frequencies to be the colors of your earth chakra because this is how you will be guided. That's it. So see that sphere getting activated and spinning. Feel this spreading across the grid. As you receive more, you're overflowing. This belonging, this reclaiming. Reclaim your connection to Mother Earth. Reclaim your connection to the divine. Beautiful. And anchor this into your earth, the center of the earth, sorry. Anchor this into Gaia. So I want you to, wow, that's really strong energy. Well done, everyone. Just to send it right into the center of the earth and anchor this safety, this belonging, this recouping, reclaiming, this fullness that you are. Wow. And if you can imagine that your sphere, when you look around it, the trillions of spheres all around that make up your sphere are all scenes of you enjoying receiving what till now has seemed like it's evading you. So see the love, see the recognition, see the acceptance, see the gratitude. No matter what is going on around, you're here for you. And I'm commanding an axiotonal alignment with this integrated aspect of our wholeness. An axiotonal alignment occurs in all dimensions or space and time. And I am commanding that this process continues until completion. That we each feel safe within our spheres so that the walls come down. So just see any walls around you just having disappeared. There's no need to have this protective fortress anymore. It's gone. It doesn't need to be there. The structure's being created around it, which is the sphere. We can now allow the fortress just to dissolve. It's gone. And experiencing this new level of freedom and the desire to just express fully into this space. To know that the restrictions we've had or experienced have gone. And any illusion of restriction is just to get us clear on what we really, really, really want. There's nothing like something being unavailable for you to get clear on what you want and why you want it. So you want love, you want to belong. You want to do your thing. Feeling yourself receiving this, overflowing with it. Please repeat after me. I am commanding this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align in all dimensions of my being and all space and all time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. For graceful and gentle integration and full expression in my physical reality. I am safe to be me. I am safe to express my needs. I am that I am. Now slowly start to deepen your breath. Gently bring yourself back. Breathe through the soles of your feet. Just really, really bring this up through your body. Bring it to the point that you awaken, that you come back to now. And there's a sense of, wow, I'm here. All aspects of my being are here. And let me know when you're back. That was like, I had to surrender. Whatever I had in mind, it wasn't what was coming. So you just trust in what's coming up. And, you know, if you want to know more about all of this, one of the simplest ways you can do it is to join me for live yoga online. I'm doing lots of online yoga. I'll put the link again in the text box so you can have a look. You can join me through RozyGlow.com, through the Star Salutation Prosperity Practice, if you want to start to activate your light body and get to know more about how these energies work with you and support you to have what you want. But the yoga is just a great way of getting more of this connection and feeling it move through your body. So if you're sort of new to me and you want to dip your toe in, that's where it's at. But if you know you have got key abandonment wounds that you would really like to address, and you want to clear the backstory of your life so you're no longer really bringing it in anymore, you have a sense of how you can feel through these meditations. But we go way, way, way deeper through the multidimensional coaching that I do. So the first step to that is to book a breakthrough call. And again, this is all on my homepage on RozyGlow.com. So do join me. The next round of Fearless, Empowered and Free to Be Me is starting in September. So now's the time to be booking calls for that. There's pre-work to do. So like, I'm keen to connect with you and to know where you're at and what you actually want to do. But at the moment, we're all preparing to learn to live as divine humans, to move beyond fear, the fear of abandonment, betrayal, rejection, and all of the above. And as a result of that, we need some guidance to do it. So I've been through this journey myself. I teach people what I've gone through to go from a place where I was constantly in lack to a place where there's bountifulness. And now we're bringing in the structures to allow that to flow. So I want that for you too. It's a wonderful thing to be able to live through these crazy times and actually to have a sense that you are sovereign in yourself, but you've also got someone next to you that is also sovereign and just lovely to buzz around. And that is my beautiful partner, Buzz, who I'll be marrying next month. It's amazing. So let's just see where we are. What have we had from everybody? If you like that, hit that like button and the subscribe button if you haven't already. Oh my God, such bliss and release. Good. Revealing for, yeah. Anyone else? That's awesome, Jid. I'm really glad that you got that. It was really like, wow, it feels really in the heart, you know, so we can let go of like, how things have been and actually bring in how they are. Anyone else have anything they'd like to share? Now's the time to do it. And let me know anything that's come up for you. And again, if you would like to know more about these cards, Oracle cards, they're absolutely amazing. Leslie is the wonderful creator of these cards. She's a friend of mine. She's absolutely wonderful. I've got some decks on my website, so they haven't gone up yet, but they're £90. That's a little bit cheaper for those of you who are in Europe to getting them sent from America. If you're in the US, then check out my website, RozyGlow.com, the store. There is a link there to purchase the cards, and it will take you through. Otherwise, I feel like it's time to bid everybody a goodbye. Yeah, I will get them to you next time I see you, Augustine. So remember, I'm here every Friday, 12:30 with a co-creation or an energy update at the moment. While my extension is being built around me. Then we're going to get back into doing some yoga online as well, so you can have a little taste of how I do things. Big hot hugs to you too. And look, if you are finding that lots of energy is moving through you at the moment, dance, okay? Just shake it out. We're going through one upgrade after another. So discharging the energy that we need to release so that we can bring in more of ourselves is how we'll step fully into that embodied, integrated aspect of our being that is our higher self, living in our human body. You've got to let go of what you don't need to bring in what you do. And this isn't about abandoning yourself. This is just about releasing what is there that is not you, okay? It's about releasing what is not you. So that's it. Lots of love. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Remember to be sweet with yourselves. The energies of this new moon, they're coming in on Monday. So you'll feel this new moon coming through. But this weekend, just be really sweet. Notice where you feel restricted. Take that step back and ask yourself what you want that you're not getting, because that's how you will start to get it, is to recognize beyond the restriction what it is you want. The restriction's there to teach you. Okay? Take care, beautiful ones. All the best. Lots of love. Oh, you're welcome, Ronald. Good to have you here. Take care.